What's going on, everybody? John Eric Pauli here with MyMMANews, and today's guest returns to the Bellator cage at Bellator 256 on April 9th to take on Nathan Ghareeb. Ladies and gentlemen, back once again, Cody Law. Cody, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, I'm good, man. Good. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Thanks again for being here. So, when people are watching this, a few days may have passed before your or after your birthday. So, first, I guess, happy birthday. How was your birthday in training camp? I'm sure that had to be a unique birthday situation.
Yeah, it was good. Thanks. Didn't do too much. I just went to the mall and walked around and did a little bit of shopping and stayed busy.
Gotcha. Did you get punched in the face for your birthday in training camp or no?
No, Wednesdays are rest days for me.
Oh, awesome.
I always rest on Wednesdays, so it worked out that my birthday was on a Wednesday.
Awesome, then. You didn't have to get any punishment on your birthday. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's get into the fight now itself here. So your fight, a little interesting here. We've been talking for weeks now, trying to get this interview set up. You knew you had a fight coming up. You're waiting on contracts to get signed. By the time it actually gets signed, you have was it 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks before the fight. Just how much of a training camp, I guess, did you actually get in for this fight, given that things were a little late getting materialized here?
I had a full training camp, like 6 weeks. So I mean, they pretty much just say, yeah, you're gonna fight on this date. They don't really tell me who I'm fighting right away, but they say you're gonna fight on April 9th, and so I was just back and getting ready. And then whoever they give me, they give me. Obviously, we knew for a while, I think, that I was fighting this guy. So we were sparring Southpaws and stuff for several weeks. So not too bad.
Gotcha. So I guess, are you still then in a position where you said there you're sparring Southpaws? Before your last two fights when we talked, you were saying you were more or less just focusing on you sharpening your skills as a fighter. Are you starting to now start the game plan a little bit for fighters and start, like you said, bringing in Southpaws and doing things like that to prepare for a specific opponent like that?
No, not really. It's just more or less like, if you're fighting a Southpaw, obviously I'm going to spar a Southpaw. You know what I mean? Like, if I was fighting an Orthodox guy, I wouldn't spar Southpaws because it doesn't make sense. It's a different look. But I'm still focused on myself. Like, I'm not. We're not going and watching this guy and being like, okay, he's gonna do this, he's gonna do this, and we're gonna do this. Like, well, I'm just gonna fight. But I'm working on my Southpaw offense now, and my Southpaw defense.
So your first fight inside of the Bellator cage, we got to see a lot from your stand-up action there. You had some really nice high kicks, some really nice shots that you threw. Your second fight, we saw a lot more of that wrestling background that we know that you have. You have a great wrestling pedigree there. What's going to be the new thing you're going to showcase in this one here? Are you, do you think you're well-rounded enough that we're going to start seeing, every time you go out there, we're going to be seeing a new, different Cody Law every time you get inside the Bellator cage?
Yeah, you'll see a different version of me for sure every time. I mean, I'm improving a lot because I'm still so young in the sport. I feel like so every couple of weeks I jump levels. I feel like so. I'm fighting a Southpaw, so maybe you'll see some different offense. You'll see some different attacks and different entries to the takedowns, and definitely if it goes to the ground, you'll see a better ground game than last time.
So as you mentioned there, you're working with training with Southpaws, and I saw on your Instagram you had a photo from sparring day. Dustin Poirier was in the photo there. Just how's Dustin helped you as you're getting ready for this fight?
Yeah, he actually just got back. So he got back, and I was talking to him the other day, and I said I was fighting Southpaw, and he offered to spar with me and stuff. So we started out sparring Tuesday. We're gonna spar again today, but it's great. It's great work. Obviously, he's the best 155 pounder in the world, I think. So who better to spar with to get ready for a Southpaw?
Exactly, I agree with that statement there. He definitely is the probably the baddest man there at 155. A little surprised he was getting a title fight too, but I guess obviously the UFC looks like they're having more plans there with Conor McGregor. But I have to ask about your sparring session. I hope he didn't kick you in the calf during that because we saw how deadly those calf kicks are.
No, well, the open stance, so it's a little bit different.
All
I'm
right.
not a Southpaw. Conor was a Southpaw.
Gotcha. So is he teaching you though a little bit of that? Are you learning those deadly calf kicks from Dustin there? Is he showing you the ropes with it?
No, I mean I'm about to fight in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So we're not really like working on new stuff. I've worked calf kicks plenty, but again I'm fighting a Southpaw, so it's open stance. The calf kick's not quite there as much. You know what I mean? A little bit different.
So let's talk about the Bellator organization itself. This fight, Mohegan Sun, Connecticut, yet again. I guess just number one, how comfortable are you now that you went through this twice now, going through their their fight sphere and go through the whole COVID protocols? And number two, any word if there's going to be fans anytime soon with Bellator's promotion?
Yeah, as far as fans go, I have no idea. Definitely not for this fight. Probably not for at least another month or two. Comfort-wise, yeah, I feel like I have home field advantage. You know, this is my third time there in like 5 or 6 months. I honestly look forward to being there in the casino because I've just been there so much, I feel like, in the last few months. So I'm very comfortable there. I love it.
So Bellator's a little late coming back too. Obviously, you're going to be into April by the time your fight comes around, and you're in the second card coming back this year. Yeah. Just how many fights are you going to hope to get in 2021 that they're starting a little bit later? You hope to get 3 in, or is 2 probably the magic number?
No, I'm hoping for at least 4.
All right, so you're gonna really start banging fights right after, like, one in a row almost, like fight every 2-3 months.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we'll see how this fight goes, or where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like, if it's a really clean, quick fight, then maybe I ask him for another fight in May right away. Or maybe I feel like, you know, taking a couple weeks at home and I fight again in June instead. But I could fight April, mid-June, late August or September, December. Easily, that's 4 fights, no problem. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Or if the fights are really quick, if I have a couple really quick fights, I could even sneak in a 5th fight. You know?
Gotcha. Well, if you're a Cody Law fan, you're going to love 2021. It sounds like you're going to be extremely active there. And speaking of activity, another one of your teammates, Jorge Masvidal, is down there right now. Obviously, he's preparing. He has a fight coming up in April as well. Just have you seen him? How's he doing with camp so far as he prepares, again, for Kamaru Usman?
Yeah, I've seen him a little bit. Of course, I mean, he's getting ready. He's got longer time now to get ready, longer notice. But we're on 2 different schedules. You know what I mean? Because I'm getting ready for a fight. He's getting ready for a fight. So we're kind of in the gym at different times. But I mean, I'm sure he's gonna be ready.
Gotcha. Now, Cody, I want to ask you a fashion question here. As we know, I like wearing suits. You have a very good suit game before your fights. Do you have a suit picked out for this one here? Can you preview something for us?
It's one of my. I think this one might be my new favorite. We'll see how it looks on fight night, but I'm excited about it.
So do you wear it to the after parties then? Like, 'cause I know after your last fight when you went to the Bellator press conference, you kind of just went right from the cage, literally like sweaty in your fight gear. Like, so when you go to your after party, you get to wear the suit and look, you know, awesome for your night out in the casino.
Yeah, I wish that we did like the post-fight media a little bit after so that I could put it back on. They kind of throw you right in there. You're literally still out of breath almost. You hop on. But, well, there's not really an after party at the casino because everything's locked down. Mm-hmm. So, like, the first night, there was a little bit more going on. I put the suit back on. I didn't wear the jacket. The second night, though, everything was closed. So I just wore, like, jeans and a t-shirt because there was nothing but, like, one little spot to get some food at. But down the line, you know, whenever things go back to normal, definitely.
Awesome. So, one other thing too, fight related, after party related. The last time you were at Mohegan Sun, it was your first gambling experience. How you feeling now? You gonna try? Was it roulette you were doing? You gonna try it out again?
Probably not. Listen, I've had some bad experiences the past 2 times with not getting enough sleep because my flights are always early the next day, and I go to bed pretty. Like the first night, I was up gambling or whatever, slept a couple hours and just was a zombie for days. And then the last time around, you know, I fought 2 times back to back, and so I was living really really clean. And then after the fight, I had like this Italian pizza, and it was so bad on me, like on my body, that my heart was pounding so bad I couldn't fall asleep. So I didn't sleep very much that night either. So this time around, I'm trying to win, celebrate a little bit, and go to bed early. I need to sleep. I got a big weekend ahead of me after that. I'm going home, you know, to Pittsburgh and seeing some people. So I want to be myself when I get there.
Awesome. I'm sure everybody in the 814 is looking forward to seeing you come back there to Pittsburgh. Cody, before you roll out, as always, social media management, sponsors, anything like that, feel free to plug it.
Yeah, just Cody Law MMA on Instagram.
All right, Cody, thank you so much for your time here today. And to everyone that's out there watching this, if they want to check out Cody's fight, just a reminder that Bellator's main card will now air on Showtime. Cody's fighting on the prelims. You could check out his fight on the Bellator MMA YouTube channel. And speaking of YouTube channels, don't forget to subscribe to this one. You'll see more great interviews just like the one you just watched. Also, remember to keep going to MyMMANews. Great content comes out there all 7 days of the week. And make sure you go to our social media accounts, give us a like and a follow there as well. We'll see you later, everybody.